Hello everyone, and welcome to Self-Love You. This is Jenna Ryan, your self-love life coach. Today I'm going to talk to you about the healing process, the healing journey, going from self-loathing, self-hatred, to self-love, going from low self-esteem to high normal self-esteem, low feelings of self-unworthiness to high value of yourself. That's what we talk about on this channel. And today I'm going to give you a overview of the healing process, how to heal. I've worked with a lot of you and I've had many conversations with you, and I know that this is going to be a very useful podcast for your process. So get ready. Okay, so what I'm going to tell you about is the healing process itself. If you are in a position of not loving yourself, where you think you're unworthy, incapable, whatever it is, whatever negative core beliefs you have that you need to work on, and you're feeling the pain of that, maybe codependency, whatever it is you need to heal from, I want to explain how the healing process works. The healing process, as I've heard and read, is a spiral. And I found that to be the truth in my own process. It's a spiral. You learn things and then you come back and learn them again with a new set of awareness, with a new set of eyes. You learn it again and you learn it again, and each time you come across a lesson, you are able to know yourself, love yourself, heal to a greater degree each time you pass the spiral. This is not a forced thing. It is, you do have to force yourself to heal. You do have to move towards healing and persevere. There's no such a thing. Well, you can start spontaneously healing, but if you don't follow it through and do the work, then you can stay at whatever level you're at. But there is a higher level of healing and understanding that you can attain, and the sky is the limit. The only limit is your mind. The only limit is you make the limit. You can heal as much as you want to heal. You can become as much as you want to become. Anything within that you feel needs attention, needs improvement, needs to be aware of more truth, more conscious, anything within, you have the power to go in and allow yourself to heal and guide yourself to heal. Self-love, self-healing, self-help. This may require you get external help, but ultimately it is within you. You are the one who must decide that you are going to heal and that there is no question about it. Sometimes along the way, you will have breaks. You will have things in life that come in and interrupt your process. And everything happens for a reason, in my opinion. Everything is for your good and for your learning. And we're like in a school, the school called life. And you're here to learn. And some people never learn. Some people never apply themselves to the healing process, to the consciousness, to the awakening, to the understanding of the truth of who they are. And some people do. You get to choose, which is fancy. So the healing process is like this. You have to break it down into tiny nuggets. You cannot eat the entire elephant at once. You have to break down the parts. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So you have to break down your particular pathway. You have to break it down into little steps. And so one of the things that I did and do, if necessary, when necessary, is I sit down and I create a model of things that are bothering me that I would like to heal. And you can write down as many things that you would like to heal within as possible. Whatever it is about yourself that you're not happy with in terms of relationship issues, perhaps boundaries, you need boundaries. Perhaps you're in a relationship that is not healthy. Maybe you have family that are hurting you, or maybe you need to, go get your degree and get a job or a better career. You're in a job you don't like. You're in an apartment with a bunch of family members and they're impeding on your space. Whatever your problems are, every problem, you write it down. You write it down in your journal, and you do so very kindly to yourself, not beating yourself up, but literally just getting it out. These are the things that I want to work on, and this is what I want to fix, and this is how I want to feel. And some people may say, you're not fixing yourself. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. I disagree. I think that some of us are broken. Some of us were broken. And the beauty of it all is that you can heal. And it is phenomenal. And then once you get going, and once you get one little bit of healing under your belt, and you conquer one little aspect that needs improvement, that needs your love, that needs, acceptance and all these things, oh man, it gives you power for the next one. So it's beautiful. And there are things that may be broken within, wounds that you may have within that need your attention and that you can help. I find it extremely fascinating the way the mind can heal the emotional self, the way you can heal your identity, the way you can heal how you feel about yourself, how you think about yourself. It is phenomenal. It is like miraculous. It is miraculous because we have been created so fearfully, so wonderfully made that if we have pain within or wounds, we have the capacity to go back and pick up the pieces. We, us, by ourselves, with God, of course, with your higher power, we have the ability to heal. Whereas once you had a major problem, that problem can be resolved. All your problems can be resolved. And it's just beautiful to know that if you want to fix this problem, you can. But it does take hard work, and it does take perseverance, and it is not always easy, and it can require you to go through some pain, some realizations that cause pain. Also, you may have to protect yourself in ways that are painful. It's not always easy to protect yourself, but it is definitely worth it because it gives you room to heal. So what I recommend is that you just write it all down. Everything that troubles you, listen to your thoughts, listen to the things that break your heart, and write them down. Take a week, take 2 weeks, and do a little diagram of the things that you want to heal. And then you choose one thing, okay? You don't have to choose them all at once. You can't heal everything at one time. You are going to heal in layers, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, decade after decade. You are going to heal and become stronger every day as you focus on your own mental health, your own emotional well-being, and you begin to gather the tools that you need to succeed, and learn the skills and practice and fail. It reminds me of a child learning to walk. A child crawls and then walks, falls down, walks, falls down. That's what the healing process is like. You fall down and you feel like you just fell 10 steps down. And then when you rise again, you rise higher than you dreamed that you would ever be, and more capable of handling the rest of the stuff on your list. So you take one little thing at a time, one problem at a time. And what I do, how I've done it, is I'll tinker with that problem. Kind of like if you're going to put together a lawnmower, a computer, whatever. You're going to put together something. You're going to put together a software program. So I'll tinker with the problem. For example, let's say I have trouble setting boundaries. Then that will be my problem. That one thing, okay? I have trouble setting boundaries. And then I go about brainstorming about different ways I can help myself heal from this problem. The different ways might be read a book, listen to YouTube. Okay, a lot of times when we're listening to YouTube, it's because we're having a direct problem right that moment. So you just want to grab a YouTube video or a podcast to just kind of soothe wherever you are right at that moment in the healing process. So you might want to listen, whatever it is, you've got the problem, okay? You put it in front of you, and then you say, okay, I could listen to YouTube, I could read a book, I can journal, I can get some counseling, I can listen to my self-talk, I can practice setting boundaries, I could learn what boundaries are, I can learn what they're not, I can meditate and be with myself as I have the discomfort of doing what needs to be done. I can journal. I can write a poem. I can do art. I can express myself. I can communicate with my inner child. I can do all sorts of things. So there's just a ton of things, but you really pinpoint it on that one little issue at a time. And pretty soon, and then meanwhile, all the other stuff is on the back burner. Okay, let's say you have a bad relationship and you probably need to get out of it, but right now you're working on this. And so it doesn't make sense right now for you to just leave your entire relationship and just do it all at once. No, that can go in another part. So you can kind of segment your different issues that you need to heal, and just start with wherever you can. And then what happens is you will tend to float away from it. You don't want to go towards it, whatever it is you want to heal, because it's painful. It takes pain. It's painful realizations. You have to realize that you're not perfect, that you've got a flaw, that you need some, reinforcement, you need help, and you got to deal with this thing, and you would rather do anything but deal with it. It's a wound, and you would really like to not think about the wound. It hurts, so you want to move away from the wound. But what you have to force yourself to do, not force, but guide yourself kindly to do, is to face the pain, face the problem, one little bit at a time. And then you face the problem, you talk about it with yourself, you journal, you write an article, you sing a song, you write a song, you write music, whatever it is that helps you to come to an understanding about the problem. Now, here's something I made up. This is my quote, so don't let anybody tell you they wrote it, okay? Because I looked everywhere and it was not there. And I was like, did I write that? I can't believe I just wrote that. It's nice. And I said, the answer is there, waiting for you to ask the question. So what happens whenever you're focusing on these core issues, healing this inner self, healing yourself, your feeling of being worthy, and lovable, loving and loved, you will begin to ask questions. And you can ask questions and you can start to ponder and start to pontificate, start to think, start to philosophize, start to dig in and try to understand, why is it that I have difficulties with boundaries, or whatever it is, whatever thing you're working on for the moment. And then there will be your answer. So your answers are within already, waiting for you to ask the questions. So your job as the healer of yourself is to ask the questions that will lead to your healing, because your answers are within. And I don't know, I just think it's fabulous that the answers are there waiting for you to ask the question. When you begin to ask these questions, the teacher will appear. And this I did not make up, but someone else wrote this. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So when you are ready to receive the information needed for you to make the realization of your worthiness and to heal and feel the experience of healing from whatever it is you're healing from, the shame, the guilt, the fear, whatever it is, there will be someone that will be there to help you. There will be a book that is presented to you that piques your interest. There will be a quote that you can hang on. There will be something that will guide you to the next level, to the next step. It will always forever be before you. The road will rise up to meet you. You will always have a next place to go. The important part is to start and to not avoid and not live in denial, but actually to take steps towards healing. Sometimes along the process, you get stuck and you don't want to go any further. And that's okay, because you can always pick up. There's no time limit. It's never too late. You can start at any time. This is, goes across everybody in the world. I've coached people all over the world. India, Hong Kong, New York, California, Florida. I've worked with business executives. I've worked with middle America. I've worked with people who are in same-sex relationships, people who are every race, every religion. This encompasses humanity, this whole process. We all have this thing to heal from. Or not all of us, but many of us have it. And if you have it, you have it. And it doesn't matter who you are, where you are, how much money you have, how much money you don't have, how educated you are. It does not matter. If you are hurting and you need healing, you're hurting and need healing, and you need what you need. And these truths will help you along the path. So as you go, you open up new pathways of healing and build new neural pathways for self-love. So let's say you're working on one problem and you work on it, and then that'll open up doors internally, inside, mentally, emotionally. You can Google it. Doors will open all around you for helping you to solve this internal problem, this internal, it can also be lack of awareness. It can also be dissociation. It could be so many things. There's so many things you get to do and pick up, and skills that you get to use. So basically, as you heal that one little thing and really work on it and smother it and cover it and ask the questions and get the answers and get the help and get the nourishment and get your needs met. Oh my gosh, it's so fabulous. Then you can move on to the next problem. And your heart will know when. Your heart will know when. And when you're ready to move on to the next problem, you will have all of those skills from the first problem. You'll have all of those skills ready, packed, ready to go, and you'll be able to bring them out. So little bits of you as you go through the healing process. I believe it to be like little parts of you are released. Whatever was bound, whatever was tied up and bound in a pack of lies or false beliefs, those parts of you are integrated and released. And then you have more freedom, and you have more space, and you have more existence. You have more life. You have more vitality. You have more ability and more power to solve the next problem, whatever is on your list. You have more capacity. You have more skills. You're more capable. And then the spiral continues, and you can shed more light. So it's like an exponential experience of becoming who you were meant to be, experiencing your truth, your authenticity, the truth of your worth as a person and your value and the resonance of your voice. Okay. So it's exponential. It's not like you just get one little, it keeps growing on itself, and it keeps strengthening you, and you get stronger and stronger so that you're able to tackle deeper and deeper wounds and places you never would imagine ever reaching. Parts of yourself that you thought were so far gone and hopeless that no one would ever be able to reach it or help you heal. Things that you feel are so embedded, oh my gosh, no way would that ever be able to be cleared up and feeling okay. That's whenever, as you go, as you grow, as you strengthen, as you heal, you begin to have the capacity, the mindset. You have the confidence, the mindset to pick yourself up, catch yourself, and dude, start cleaning house. It is so awesome. And start kicking butt. And your power is released. Your power to heal and your power to just be a bad to the bone human being with knowledge and strength and wisdom, understanding, self-love, love for others, love for God, acceptance, awareness, consciousness. It's all there. There's not one thing within that cannot be healed. Nothing. If you will just give yourself that time and that respect to take time to be with yourself and take care of business. So that's what I have to say for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. My name is Jenna Ryan, your self-love life coach. Talk to you soon.